Hello everybody. We are located in the Nahal Mearon Nature Reserve, about 40 kilometers south of Haifa. 2 million years ago, the Mediterranean Sea didn't exist yet, and in this place around me, the ancient Tethys Sea spread out, the level of which was much higher than it is now, and these rocks that surround me were at the bottom of the sea. About 1 million years ago, the part of the bottom rose above the surface of the water. That is, there was a sea in this direction, and here the coastal cliffs rose. And around this time, about 1 million years ago, the first people began to settle, if of course they can be called people in the modern sense. Nahal in Hebrew means wadi, that is a gorge or riverbed. There were gorges along which streams flowed into the Tethys Sea. That is, there were a lot of water, including fresh water. And since the climate was mild and wetter, it represented ideal conditions for existence, including for the existence of ancient men. And that is why this unique archaeological site was formed. People have lived here for almost 1 million years, of course intermittently, coming and going for almost 1 million years. From lower Paleolithic to Neolithic, ancient people lived in these caves. The entire epoch of the existence of ancient mankind is conventionally divided into 3 periods: Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic. So, the Paleolithic occupies 98% of the time of human existence on Earth. It began about 2 million years ago, someone believes that 1 million years ago, and ended in Mesolithic 20,000 years ago, and the Neolithic began 12,000 years ago. That is, people lived in the early Stone Age for almost of their existence. The caves began to be excavated around the 30s of the 12th century. A lot of interesting artifacts have been found there, but naturally these artifacts are not stored here now. They are mainly in the Israeli Museum in Jerusalem. The people who lived here at that time, of course, were not modern humans, Homo sapiens. They were Homo, but not sapiens. In the earliest times, there weren't even Neanderthals yet. Neanderthals are that race, if I may say, that subspecies of humanity that appeared about 200,000 years ago, existed for quite a long time together with Homo sapiens, and somewhere about 40,000 years ago or 30,000 years ago, Neanderthals disappeared from the face of the planet. Although the genes of Neanderthals, a few percent, I don't remember, 3 or 5, are in each of us. That is, Neanderthals mixed with Homo sapiens. And here is the next cave, Gamal Cave, where people settled later, about 100,000 to 40,000 years ago. Neanderthals were not the ancestors of modern man, but a side branch of humanity, relatives, so to speak. By the way, it can be said that Neanderthals were much more stupid than modern humans. The Neanderthals' brain volume was even larger than that of Homo sapiens, the Cro-Magnon, so they were not dumb people at all. They were broad-faced with wide cheekbones, with a powerful jaw, but nevertheless they were humans. The funny primitive reconstruction had been done here. This is where our indirect ancestors, our great-grandparents, eat deer roasted on a campfire. They mainly used stone and bone tools. The excavations show that these guys were actually quite harsh. The scientists proved that they could eat each other, but not in the sense that they ate each other inside the same family, but the hostile tribe they were fighting with, they could catch, slaughter and eat. And in the third Nagal cave, you can go inside. As one can see, this place is very good for living. It is on the seashore, next to a fresh stream, where many different delicious game runs. If we look at the history of mankind, we will understand that more than 90% of the time man lived in Paleolithic, that is, a time when he had neither agriculture nor animal husbandry. As they say, man lived in the Stone Age, and only about 12,000 years ago, that is about 100 centuries before Christ, the Neolithic revolutions began. People started to lead a sedentary lifestyle, they began to build temples and cities, and more or less modern culture was emerging. This culture was finally formed by Sumerians about 6,000 years ago, but mostly people were still wild. Genetically, we are very wild. We have to eat mammoth with our teeth. But we should destroy this bestial essence in ourselves, because man is the same biological beast and other primates and other animals. It takes innumerous efforts for humanity to escape from the state of a savage to a civilized existence. Biologically, we are animals, but we should probably be human. On this optimistic note, I say goodbye to you. It was Alex Nuller. Good mood to everyone. See you soon. Subscribe and put your likes. And bye-bye.